So next up we've got Dimir Control. So this is just a traditional blue-black control deck. We've got some sweepers, got a bunch of removal spells, and we've got some big stuff at the top to basically push us over the top in terms of card advantage and push through the opponents. We've got Castle Vantress as an extra way of utility to be able to push through. Narset doesn't find Murderous Rider, but it finds basically every other card in our deck that's relevant, so that's fine. And we've got Brazen Borderer just as another way to try and push through some damage early and actually deal with Planeswalkers along with Murderous Rider. Nice flash threat as well. Lochmere Serpent we're just trying out as something different. When I played it previously, the exiling 5 cards from an opponent's graveyard was actually the most relevant bit, being able to deal with some of the interesting graveyard synergies in the format. So this sideboard is just one of each card that I've been thinking about. It's not meant to be finalized like this, but it was just so I could throw something together to try and toy about with it. So let us begin. As I've been mentioning before, you can type !deck in chat, which will give you a link to the Streamdecker deck list. If you're watching the YouTube video later on, the link will be in the description below. So let's see how we get on here. We will go on the play, I think. This hand's great. So we get to play Narset on 3, Kefnet on 4, and hopefully just win the game from there. Okay, Blue-Red Temple. That means it's not either of the decks we've played against so far, so that is good. Do we want to hold on to Discovery? No, I think we can probably just cast this and try and... we don't really want any more lands at this point, so quite happy getting rid of those. Opt lets us Kefnet on our opponent's turn, so I'll keep one of them. I don't need 2 at this point. Another Temple. Okay. Doesn't give away anything more about what they're playing. So Castle Vantress and Narset, hopefully they're a deck that's trying to draw cards. Most blue-red decks are. I'd imagine we're going to see an opt-in response here. And we do. Narset's usually pretty well set up against most of these blue-red decks. So yeah, I'll take another Narset there. If they find a way to deal 3 to this, it's going to be worthwhile keeping the backup Narset. Dovin. Haven't seen a Dovin for a while. It's hard to be a genius when you're surrounded by lesser minds. No wiser words have ever been spoken. Here's my Narset. My Narset's bigger than your Thopter. What answers do you have to my Kefnet? Just going to bounce it with Teferi. Okie doke. Means that they don't get to draw the card off the Teferi, which is relevant, so... This is going to be a game of grindy card advantage, so... Inspired by a good assault. So, Narset down. I think we're fine just running the Kefnet back. If their answer to it last turn was just Teferi, then they probably don't have too many answers to it, so... They don't have a natural white source yet, so they're going to find off the Fabled Passage, so if they have some kind of... or not. It's opting, okay. I've got time. Narset. Finds a Sarkhan. Sarkhan is a good one. Big fan of Sarkhan. I would love to reveal that one. Eh? Why did that do that? Oh, because of Teferi. Never mind. Rude. Yeah, we'll just take the Sarkhan away. Don't care about the rest of them. Sarkhan is, or Teferi is a rude boy. Do we just want to kill? I just kind of want to kill the Thopters here. We're not drawing cards, so yeah, let's just kill the Thopters and we can kill the Narset. Let's deal with these one at a time. They could potentially kill Kefnet if they want to here. Okay, they're not going to. Could have used both their Clarions to deal with the Kefnet, but they opted not to do that. Ah, you get it. You get it. They opted not to do that. Just casting another Dovin, and we're just going to play another Thopter, I'd imagine. Mono Chompy boys. Eugene. Thank you very much, good sir. I'll hope to catch you around again. Let's just go Ugin plus. Bounce my Kefnet, draw a card. That's interesting. They have managed to sneak their way up to 27 life, which is quite a lot. Sure. That seems like good value for me. I'm actually going to Thought Erasure here to make sure that they're not able to use both Clarions to deal with my Kefnet. They're obviously struggling for ways to deal with it, given the way that they're reacting to it. So, obviously, Justice Strike doesn't deal with it either. So if they have to do that, then make sure that we don't give them good opportunities to kill it. This is obviously our best thing going on. Eugene is pretty good too, but I mean, these Thopters aren't doing a whole lot, are they? Constantly seek to innovate. Okay, so they got nothing going on. We just need to get them dead as soon as possible. Okay. And this is a prime example of why life total isn't a good measure of who's winning a game of Magic. Right, okay, so obviously, as I've mentioned, our sideboard is kind of one-offs at the moment because I was just trying to build a list so that a couple of local people could kind of work off of them. So they are very rough, and obviously just one-offs at the moment. So we'll take a Duress, we'll take a Negate, and we'll take an Elder Spell. I don't think there's anything else we want. No, I don't think we want Drown the Lock. Yeah, I think that's fine. The Borrower's not going to be good here just because they have Thopters. Tyrant Scorn's probably not great either. I wonder if we can just cut all of those and see if there's anything else we can put in. We could definitely put the Drowning the Lock in. It's not necessarily going to be good. And let's just put a Disdainful Stroke in. Try and get them with an Ashiok. That sounds great. Let's try and get them with an Ashiok, because a lot of people don't think about it with their fetch land with an Ashiok in play, just because they're not used to that in standard. So let's see if we can get someone. It'd be awesome if we could get someone. Right, I need to start uploading videos, otherwise I'm not going to get everything done before I go off for the night. So, what was this one? This was Fires of Invention. Up to 107 YouTube subscribers. Love you guys. Thank you very much. The growth has been absolutely phenomenal, and I would greatly appreciate every single one of you taking time to watch my content. It's absolutely great. Right, Dismal Blackwater is a good start here. They're probably going to opt. We get to Thought Erasure on 2, which can hopefully steal their Dovin or Teferi, and then we can use our disinformation campaign along with the discovery to grind through some card advantage. Actually, just going to shock this in. One is access to as many blue sources as possible. It's highly likely they could have a negate here, but they don't, and they don't have a whole lot of anything here. The Legion War bosses are kind of scary, but at the same point, their mana is just awful. I think I'm just taking a War boss. That's not an answer. Dress is a nice pickup. Be interesting to see what they play here. Narset. Interesting. Interesting choice. Interesting to go for that one when it doesn't help you cast your other spells. Like you need lands, and they're not going for the one that's actually giving them opportunities to get lands. So, right, we're going to Narset and Duress here. We missed. That's kind of rough. I think I'm just taking the Teferi here. I don't think I care about the Muyanling. Got another Narset now. I think I'm just taking Teferi. Yeah, War Boss.
Contain your rage. Meditate and prepare.
Think I like being greedy here. If they counter this, then it's fine. We get to... Okay, that's fine. They got 2 Hobgoblins. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, you're casting fires, which now means your Dovin's Veto is off. Okay, that's the extra land. That's the start. I think I'm still just activating Discovery, even though I don't get to draw cards. I don't need either of those. I'm just looking for answers. Get to pick up the Disinformation campaign, make them discard a card. Like, we're not doing anything else with our mana, so we're as well just doing this. Try and set us up to be able to cast these things next turn. You got a bird. Do these do anything? Because I can try to think what the best line is. Like, they can't interact with me, so do I just like kill their thing, or do I play Loch? I think maybe just play Lochmere. If I play Lochmere, then I get to Liliana and Edict to kill everything. I think it's probably the best thing for me. Sarkin. That one doesn't bode well, does it? These things get to attack me, so it's going to be 13 damage. Yay. Maybe they won't do it. Maybe they won't do it. They didn't do it. Okay. That's step one of getting away with it. Here's my serpent. You can't cast anything, opponent, so that's you. Must kill Sarkhan. There is no option on that one, unfortunately. Sarkhans are lethal. So I go to 5 here. Okay, we're not getting out from underneath a Chandra emblems, so as much as our serpent is big, he's not that big, so we'll have a go game 3 on the play. We're happy with our setup here. How is everyone doing tonight, folks? I hope you're all well. My name's Andrew Rayner, and I'm streaming Magic on Twitch, doing some YouTube videos as well, doing various different bits of content. So if you want to catch me, you can catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/AW_Rayner, and you can catch me on YouTube at youtube.com/Rayner1903. So it'd be awesome to have you on there. Obviously, we're doing quite well with our YouTube stuff at the moment, so it'd be awesome to have you hang out there too. So I'm looking for black sources or those. Either of those were acceptable. Obviously, we just need to hit a couple of lands after this, but that was step 1. Perfect. Again, I like leading on the shock in these control matchups just so you don't represent having a spell like this when they don't necessarily know that you've got something. So, like if I play the swamp here and I end up holding up the Murderous Rider next turn, I have to shock this in, and it's very obvious to them that I have something, and I don't want it to be that obvious. Okay, let's see what we can find in the top. Again, we've whiffed. That's pretty brutal again. think I'm just playing Kefnet. It kind of... It's a little awkward against Teferi, but at the same point, it means they play Teferi and they don't get to draw the card off the Narset, so... Yeah, so they get to bounce the Kefnet, but they don't get to draw the card. So they get to draw more cards with Narset, but then I get to play the Kefnet again next turn. Finding a land is pretty good. They've got a Sarkhan, but they can't cast it, and even if they find the Planeswalker casting land, it only taps for color 2 of different colors, not the same color, so that won't help them there. Opt. Good. Good job, buddy. You made a Thopter. We won't reveal that one. Do we just want to play Liliana now? Let's try and attack this Dovin. Because they will block. Then we just get to play Liliana plus and start going to town with a bunch of tokens. Okay, fires and Sarkhan, that's kind of awkward. Means they can attack for 12. They can kill both of these. Yeah, this is kind of awkward. But not the end of the world for us. Like, we've got a good draw, so we've got plenty of stuff going on. Just meant that we lost a lot of tempo there, which isn't great, but that's the purpose of fires. There's no point revealing it. Right, Thought Erasure. I want to make sure there's no backup Sarkhans. There is not. Don't really want them to kill the Kefnet though, so we'll get rid of that one. Kill this Sarkhan, please. This is going to attack Dovin, and this is going to attack Teferi. We're leaving the Narset alone because they're just going to cast this other Narset anyway. So there is no benefit to attacking that one. Bounce my Tefnet. That's a good rip off the top. Get to bounce my token. We're a land shy of casting this Murderous Rider. At least our Kefnets are bigger than their Mu Yanling tokens. Alright, let's start with Thought Erasure. Snap, take that to Teferi. We're definitely keeping that one because we need to be able to cast our 2 spells a turn, and we've got 3s and 4s, so this thing's going to repeatedly get bounced in all sorts. So we need to be able to interact with that. So. Block. Oh, you got 2 of them. That's massively rude. Yeah, this is fine. Elder spell, you say? Well, I really don't mind if I do. So Narset takes a little bit here, but not anywhere near as much as those 3 planeswalkers are doing to me, so... Just don't find anything really nasty. The Sarkhan this turn is okay. I don't mind it this turn. Because it's not dealing with the Narset, it's not really doing anything. And also, if we find an answer to the Sarkhan or the dragon, we get to take out the Sarkhan. So, just attacking me. Okay, take 5. Definitely worth playing this Murderous Rider next turn because it's they're going to have to attack with these tokens. That's awkward. Right, Narset, what can you find me? Eugene. Do I kill the Sarkhan or do I kill the dragon? I feel like I need to kill the dragon. And then kill the Sarkhan. Then I'm going to take 7, but I'm okay taking 7. I feel like I need a little bit more lifelink in this deck, or just a little bit more, like a Moment of Craving would be ideal. Oh, I found another Sarkhan. Oh, why they make things so difficult for me? Yeah. That meets me dead, isn't it? Ludicrous, thank you for the raid. And thank you for the follow, it's greatly appreciated. Or are they going to miss lethal here? Are they going to put me to 1? Putting me to 1. Go on. Have they figured it out? They figured it out. Oh, I was hoping they wouldn't have seen the line. Got super punished for the opt finding the negate, and it could have cast it off the Kefnet, and I didn't cast it because there was 1 copy of negate in my deck. But okay, right, we will try and do 1 more, just to get through that. And seeing as there's a couple more of you in here now from that raid, so we're playing Blue-Black Control in Standard. You can see the deck list on your screen or by typing !deck in chat. I've done it just now, and Streamdecker at some point today will figure out what it's doing and show you the deck list. Although the Streamdecker bot has been horrific the last couple of days. For me, still not doing it. I think I can keep this, but it's dodgy as hell not having any black sources. It's really dodgy not having any black sources. Light up the stage. Wonderful. Oh, no land there is beautiful. Right. Just scry me into black sources, baby. Black sources only. Okay, so they get to... okay, they get to cast these 2 this turn, so that's kind of annoying now. So I'll go to 11 here. this is real gross. Let's just cast this information campaign because I really need to be drawing the lifelinker or black source, so I don't really want to be using Narset. Hopefully they don't have too many more burn spells. I got a 7. Another Scorch Spitter. Come on, Swamp. Come on, Swamp. That is not a swamp. Let's take a peek and see if we're dead. Brazen Borderer can potentially save us a couple of damage. They're sitting on absolutely nothing, which they aren't, so... It's almost like the deck that's screwed didn't have nothing left. Amazing, that. This is just so slow. So slow. Is Streamdecker bot still in the right place? Don't think it is. Right, let's go Ritual, Cry, Enter the God Eternals, even though it's slightly expensive. Brazen Borderer is just not good enough here. Lochmere Serpent's too expensive, and one Liliana's too expensive, and I think we can go with that. This is going to be my last game of the night, so however this match finishes, that'll be me, but you can always catch up with some of my previous videos on YouTube. Everything gets archived to there, so you can catch me on there. It's youtube.com/Rainer1903, and I've just typed that into chat for anyone that wants to follow and subscribe. I've made it to a mighty height of 107 subscribers now, feeling pretty big about myself now, so it'd be awesome for more of you guys to come and join the fun. My word. I need to take the robber. I don't think I'm winning this one either. They've just got far too... That's all the light up the stages. All of them. Far too many. Okay, well, that's not a particularly good first one because they're going to lose those cards. So, yeah, they decided against casting them. So, let's see what they've picked up this time. Seeing as we missed our land, they've just hit a land, which is awful for us. Guess I'm just taking this Chandra. Yeah, okay, we'll just call it a night there. We're not winning that one from there. Like, our mana's just hurt us too much. Like, there's nothing wrong with our mana. It's one land blue heavier, but it's obviously felt pretty bad in those two matchups. We're potentially land shy in this deck as well, but I'm pretty tired at this point. So we've run a couple of decks, so it'll still be good to put up. But this didn't perform as well as it did in the last one. But we can have a quick wrap, and then we'll talk about what's coming up this week. So yeah, this deck's reasonably good. We didn't draw any Murderous Riders basically in either of those games. It would have been the best card in either of those matchups. So again, I don't want to say too much about being results orientated or anything, but that was the card that pivots both of those matchups in that way. But I think I would stick with this. As I said, the sideboard, I just chuck in 15 cards just to kind of have a play about, see what cards felt like I needed and didn't need, or what ones I wanted. So I wouldn't take the sideboards as anything, but the main deck seems pretty good. There may be one too many win conditions at the top. It might be that we don't need the Serpent, but being able to find the Liliana Zugans off a Narset is relevant. So yeah, thanks for all of you on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Remember and click like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitch as well. You can also sub to me. You can use your Twitch Prime and throw that at me. There's no problem doing that at all. Catch me on Twitter and Facebook. I'll keep you up to date with when anything's happening. And you can catch me on Discord, and you can join the Discord. The links are all in the description, and it's all in the Twitch bot commands as well. So you can type in !command and chat at any point, even when I'm offline, to find that in Twitch. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.